Hello, in this video I am going to give you information about quantum mechanics which comes under module 4 of VTU syllabus. So here I am going to discuss about wave function and time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So now let us concentrate on what is wave function. So a physical situation in quantum mechanics is represented by a function that is what is called wave function. It is denoted by symbol psi. It accounts for the wave-like properties of particles. Wave function is obtained by solving Schrodinger wave equation. To solve Schrodinger equation, it is required to know about the potential energy of a particle, initial conditions, and boundary conditions. So these are all the requirements in order to solve Schrodinger wave equation. Now let us concentrate on what is time independent Schrodinger wave equation. The general differential equation of a wave traveling in x direction with velocity u having wave function psi is given by d square psi by dx square is equal to 1 by u square into d square psi by dt square. So this is the equation considered as equation number 1. The general solution of the above equation can be written as psi of x comma t is equal to a into e to the power of I into kx minus omega t. So consider this as equation number 2. So here a is a constant, k is the wave vector and omega is the angular frequency. So differentiating the above equation, that is equation number 2, with respect to time t, we get d psi by dt is equal to a into e to the power of I into kx minus omega t multiplied by minus I omega. So differentiating again with respect to time t, we get d square psi by dt square is equal to a into e to the power of I into kx minus omega t into minus I omega whole square. But it is found that I square value is equal to minus 1. Then the above equation can be written as d square psi by dt square is equal to minus omega square into psi. So consider that as equation number 3. Next, if you substitute the value of equation number 3 in equation number 1, then the equation number 1 takes the form d square psi by dx square is equal to minus omega square by u square into psi. So consider this as equation number 4. But we know that omega is equal to 2 pi into mu, or that is equal to 2 pi into u by lambda. So here u is the velocity of the wave and omega is the angular frequency. So based upon the above equation, we can write omega square by u square is equal to 4 pi square lambda square. So consider this as equation number 5. So according to de Broglie hypothesis, we know that lambda is equal to h by p. So make use of this value in the equation number 5. So the equation number 5 can be rewritten as omega square by u square is equal to 4 pi square p square by s square. So consider this as equation number 6. Next, the total energy capital E is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So therefore, the total energy E is equal to the kinetic energy, that is half mv square, plus the potential energy, that is V. So it can be rewritten as 1 by 2m into m square v square plus V. So finally the value of E can be written as p square by 2m plus V. So here p is equal to m into V. So the value of p square is equal to 2m into E minus V. Next, substitute the value of p square in equation number 6. We get omega square by u square is equal to 8 pi square m by s square into E minus V. So substitute the above equation in equation number 4. We get d square psi by dx square, that is equal to minus 8 pi square m by s square into E minus V into psi. So finally it will take the form, that is d square psi by dx square plus 8 pi square m by h square into E minus V into psi is equal to 0. So that means the above equation, or this is considered as time independent Schrodinger wave equation, that too in one dimension. Now let us concentrate on physical significance of wave function. So if psi is the wave function associated with a particle, then psi square is the probability of finding a particle in unit volume. The probability of finding a particle in certain elemental volume d tau is given by psi square d tau. Thus, psi square is called probability density. The probability of finding an event is real and positive quantity. In case of complex wave functions, the probability density, that is psi square, is equal to psi star psi, where psi star is complex conjugate of psi. Next, now let us concentrate on what is normalization. The probability of finding a particle having wave function psi in a volume d tau is psi square d tau. If it is certain that the particle is present in finite volume tau, then integration of 0 to tau psi square d tau is equal to 1. The process of integrating the square of the wave function with a variable limits and equating it to unity, the value of the constant involved in the wave function is estimated. The constant value is substituted in the wave function. This process is called a normalization. Now let us look at the properties of wave function. So the value of psi is single valued everywhere, and the value of psi is infinite. The value of psi is finite everywhere, and the value of psi and its first derivatives with respect to its variables are continuous everywhere. For bound states, psi must vanish at potential boundary and outside. If psi star is a complex function, then psi star psi must also vanish at potential boundary and outside. The wave function which satisfies the above four properties are considered as eigenfunctions. Thank you.